In this video, I'm going to show you how to do example number 13. Originally, I was going to show you how to use the calculator. I will tell you how to use the calculator, but I am going to show you how to do this by hand so you can understand that way as well. So we want, what is the coefficient of the term containing x to the third power when the expression x minus 3 to the eighth is expanded? So if we want x minus 3, or if we want it to the eighth power, we need to expand our row real quick. So we have 1 plus 7 is 8, 7 plus 21 is 28, 21 plus 35 is 56, 35 plus 35 is 70, 35 plus 21 is 56. 21 plus 7 is 28. 7 plus 1 is 8. And then 1. So if we think about it, this would be the x to the 8th term, x to the 7th term, x to the 6th, x to the 5th, x to the 4th, and x to the 3rd. So we're wanting the 56 as the combination, or sorry, 56 as our variable. So we have x, or let's do 56 x to the 3rd. Now with the -3, we do need to work in the opposite order. So again, when we're talking about with the x to the 3rd term, okay, again, we went x to the 8th, x to the 7th, x to the 6th, x to the 5th, x to the 4th, x to the 3rd. So this is the term we're working with. So with a -3, we can just work this way until we get to this term. So this would be -3 to the 8th, -3 to the 7th, -3 to the 6th, and this would be -3 to the 5th power. So we know we're going to take this and multiply it by -3 to the 5th power. Now, notice how, and something I didn't say in the original video, 3 plus 5 equals 8. Each pair of exponents in your row adds up to be your total exponent. So if we look back to where we were doing more of these, 5 was the exponent here. 1 plus 4 is 5. 2 plus 3 is 5. 3 plus 2 is 5. 4 times 1 is 5. Okay, so sorry, I was circling the wrong ones, but each row, their exponents add up to be 5. So that would be a sign here of something that's helpful. So in your calculator here, you could multiply these out to see how we get. So we would take 56 times -3 to the 5th power. This, I would use a calculator. 56 times, make sure you put the -3 inside parentheses, to the 5th power. And that should get you an answer of -13,608. And that would be the coefficient. So this would also be x cubed, and we just want the coefficient. So the coefficient is -13,608. So what would the calculator do, and what I was talking about earlier is if you knew what element you were looking for. So in this case, we are looking for, this is, remember, element 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We were looking for element 5. If you take your calculator on the calculator screen, you can press menu and you can go down to number 5 that says probability and number 3 that says combinations. And on your screen, you should see this right here. Actually, it looks more like this, okay? Except they're not subscripts. And so if you know you're looking for element 5 on the 8th row, you would type in, so your calculator says NCR parentheses. You would type in 8, comma 5, and that would just give you the coefficient. So if you type in 8, comma 5, and the comma is next to the letter O, and press enter, that's going to give you 56. Other than that, there's no importance to that formula, but if you wanted to use that formula to mess around and find numbers, you could, but again, it's not super important. But that was it, and I just didn't have a way to record the calculator part, so I showed you how you can do it by hand because I feel like that would be something that's easier to remember than how to type it into the calculator. So if you have any questions over anything in part 3, please make sure you write them down so you can remember to ask them.